All right. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining again. And this time we're going to Nîmes, specifically to the appellation of Costières de Nîmes. It's located on the south side of the appellation, facing the Camargue and the Mediterranean Sea. 80 hectares big, 8 different cépages. I'm talking to Jérome Castillon. He's a winemaker at Chateau L'ermite d'Ozon. Welcome, Jérome, and how are you?
Fine, very fine. The weather is the springtime coming in Costières de Nîmes. It's 18 degrees now with big sun. But I find that it's too early for the nature. The almond tree start to flower.
Yeah.
But I hope so. It's pleasant, but seriously, it's perhaps dangerous. So I hope that February is more cold because every time you have a fright by springtime season, if you have a cold time, it's very dangerous for the fruit. So it's comfortable today to have 18 degrees, but it's not logic, it's not normal.
Yeah, I understand. I was talking last week to one of your colleagues in the Roussillon, and he was saying he has a very dry season. I don't know if that's the same for you.
Yes, it's a lot.
Same.
You call with Domenicaz.
Yes, indeed.
And the Roussillon is bigger dry than me. During the December and November, you have some rain. So I hope so that you have a small reserve of water in the soils. But that's true that the evolution of the climate, the weather is more dry. So the vineyard is a Mediterranean varietal, so it's well done adapt as its evolution than some other plant. So because the vineyard is the original come from the Mediterranean, so since a long time you have a dry season, but not too much, please, not too much.
For the people in Belgium, can you tell me a little bit about yourself and about the domain in general?
Yes, of course. But so it's the family estate. I am the 9th generation of winemaker, and I'm with my son, the 10th generation. The origin of the family is coming from Armagnac. That's why the name of Ozon, because it's the name of the first village where coming my family in Armagnac. And we move from Armagnac to the Camargue area because at the end of 19th century, you have a phylloxera, and the phylloxera destroy all the vineyard in France and in Europe. And in Camargue, it's possible to grow the vineyard. So my family moved from Armagnac to the Camargue area and then go to Costières de Nîmes to find a nice terroir and quality terroir to create also some good wine. So my grandfather.
That's perfect. Well, I know, of course, you are bound to the appellation, but what are the principal grapes you're growing today?
Yes, alors the Costières de Nîmes is in the family wine from the Rhône Valley. So use the classic varietal from the Rhône Valley is Syrah, Grenache, and also Mourvèdre for the red varietal. And the white is Roussanne, Viognier, and Grenache white. But something important is, the definition of an appellation is an association with the terroir and the climate, the wind. And so Costières de Nîmes, yes, it's in the area of Languedoc administration, but the source is a rolling stone coming from the Rhône River. So exactly the same source that is possible to find in Gros-Hermitage, for example, or also Châteauneuf-du-Pape and Lirac. So the traditional stone from the Rhône River. And the wind is the Mistral. So the wind coming from the north to the south, and so also the classic wind from the Côte du Rhône and Vallée du Rhône. So it's a terroir and varietal from the Rhône Valley and not Languedoc. It's important for the balance after in the wine.
Okay. I know I was with you in September, you were just harvesting. I think it was your last day or second last day of harvesting, I remember.
Yes.
you gave me a tour, and you also talked about, and it got me thinking about the Mediterranean Sea and the influence on the taste of the wine. I was really surprised that, because we've been doing a lot of degustations, and your wines are always on the table when we do degustations. And I always talk about what you said, but it's very hard for us to find the saltiness in the wines.
Yes, I tell you about the definition of an appellation, but in the appellation you have the macroclimate and the microclimate. Hello, I come back.
It's okay.
Sorry. So the microclimate is the influence of the sea wind. When you're coming to my side, you see that in front of me you have the Sainte Marie de la Mer, for example, you have the Mediterranean, and during the summer times at 2:00 afternoon, the breeze, the sea wind coming on my estate. It's very important to preserve a little bit acidity in the berry and the fruit that you find after in the wine. And this influence associated with the influence of the biodynamic. It's very interesting to find a very fresh taste and a very fruity taste.
Okay. You made a choice, I think in 2020, but you were in conversion state, I guess, before that, to go to fully biological.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about that philosophy, and also maybe for people, because it's quite confusing with the difference between biological and biodynamic, and if there is a difference actually?
Yes, there is a difference. So the story of my estate, you moving from traditional agriculture and step by step go to organic. And then my son come back to the estate, and my son work in different estates in the South Hemisphere and North Hemisphere, every time with philosophy of respect the maximum the nature, and so the biodynamic. In organic wine, you start to use everything chemical. Okay, that's the philosophy of organic, not use some chemical. In biodynamic, you have a reflection also about the life of the plant in the terroir. So try to develop an area around the plant with a natural fertilization, with everything help the body of the plant, help the life of the plant to be more an adequation with everything around. The biodynamic is dynamic the life. Okay, so you try to help the soils to create a natural organic soils. It's better for the plant to eat something natural than eat some chemical fertilization. Okay, that's the first. Yes. The second is if you arrive to create this natural fruit, on the skin of the fruit, you find also some yeast for the fermentation, the natural yeast for the fermentation. So it's better to try to select the pure yeast, for example, from Syrah, from my terroir, the yeast from Grenache, from my terroir, to have the best expression of the terroir. It's better than had some industrial yeast, and so the wine is more typical, less international, and more an adequation with the soils, the climate of this area. So that's the biodynamic is 2 points. You have other different points, but is develop the life in the vineyard, and after prove this one in the terroir.
Okay, because we get that question a lot. Typical question, but how was the 2023 season? Because I'm guessing we can expect the new whites and the rosés already now. They're bottled. I don't know. Just guessing. Okay, of course, except not for the. I have these one with me, the Epicuras, and of course the finer vintages you make. These. Are you already starting the blending, and how is that process going?
Alors, about the Epicuria hedonist?
Yes.
Yes, alors, for the red, white and rosé, we can go early for the blend and early for the bottling time because it's only the premium fruits or the premium taste. About the red, it's better take the time. So today you have finished the fermentation, the first fermentation and the second malolactic fermentation. And now it's time to take the time. It's time to, that's the winter, you have a good clarification of the wine. And after, in March, after this time, this 6-month stop time, you would try to start the blend with the different. Today, in my winery, you have an individual tank of Syrah, individual tank of Mourvèdre, individual tank of Grenache. And in March, we start to taste to have a good view of the quality of the vintage, 23, and we prepare the blend. And then the blend go aging in barrel for 1 year or 2 years for hedonist. So
okay, so after the malolactic phase, it goes into you start the blending, and this is in March.
Yeah, after the malolactic, and then we start the blend. So we live in the world very speed, but for the wine is the red wine, quality red wine, is good to take your time and take the time to appreciate, to find the evolution of the taste, and then create the blend. But no, don't run too early.
Okay, people here. We like your white vintage, just the classic Ozon. It's a very tasty, let's say, white stone fruit wine. We like it very much here in the neighborhood. People really enjoy that. We just ask, because do you aim to have the same taste every year? Are you blending it to make it like the same, or is every year still a little bit different?
When you are when your philosophy is the biodynamic, is also you need to respect the vintage. You need to respect the quality of the nature of this year. So in the industrial world, sorry for Grimbergen or some other beer, is not.
Watch out, Jérôme, watch out.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah, you have some industrial beer and you have some artisanal beer. Okay, it's the same in the wine. You have some industrial wine with perhaps a famous brand, but it's every time. And I am an artisanal, and so perhaps you have a small evolution. That's true. Sure that Ozon, the cuvée Ozon, never aged in barrel, so you don't have the taste of a little bit aging, but you have the taste of the year. So you have a still my personal individual touch, but you need allow evolution year by year, because 22 is not 21 and 21 is not 23. So but that's why it's magic in the wine. That is not a Coca-Cola taste.
Of course, but it's good to hear. It's what I would expect, of course. Are you happy with all the new vintages today?
Yeah,
the 2020.
I am happy. Every day, every year, how you say? Yes, I am happy. But at the same times, every time I have some new idea, I have some new project to do better and better. It's dangerous to I don't know the name, how you say in English, but it's never good to start to sleep on your success. Every time it's better to have reflection today. Like next year we try perhaps this one, next year we try perhaps this one. So with my son, we start. You have no leaf on the grape, but we start to imagine something for next year. We start every time. That's exciting. That's why my job is exciting. Yes, it's not a recette every time the same. Every time you try to. But I like sometimes compare my job. I am a chef of the grape, but a chef in the restaurant try every time to create something different. And it's the same for us.
Yeah, that's a good philosophy. I can adhere to that. Any plans maybe you already have for the future? You're saying, okay, this is where I want to go and I want to share this with the people. 2024, 2025. I know you're full of plans, but is there something special you can share?
That's a secret of the chef. It's a secret.
Is it secret?
Yes, it's a secret. We have some plan, for example, in 23. Now you produce a new white wine. It's not in bottling. Today is in the amphora. And it's Malvasia. The name is Malvasia. This year you have tasted the fermentation and the aging of the Malvasia in amphora, and it's not finished. You have it smells good. It smells something very interesting. Perhaps a bottling in April or May. That's the new something new for 23 vintage, and for 24, wait and see.
We'll see. So I need to come back in September 2023 to maybe taste the new one.
Welcome, bienvenue. Bienvenue.
Thank you very much, Jérôme. That concludes my question. Thanks for answering. It's always nice to speak to you.